Ghislaine Maxwell, she spoke on Saturday, and she had like 3 words, or Friday, excuse me, last week Friday, and had like 3 words to say. And it was or not 3 words, 3 sentences to say. It was something along the lines of the prosecution is unable to prove that I am guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt. So therefore, I'm pleading the fifth, and I do not feel the need that I need to testify. And that was basically it, and that's all she had to say the whole trial, while she's drinking her coffee and she's joking around with her sister who's sitting around behind her, and she's talking to everyone in the audience back there, her brother Kevin and Isabel and their family lawyer who's sitting. I've never seen so much interaction from a defendant with people sitting in the courtroom. I just haven't. I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed it, but for the first couple of weeks, there was just a lot of interaction. Well, I know that there's a underground, like there's multiple basements of levels of tiers of basements. I don't know why the FBI wouldn't, but I do know it might have something to do with the Kelly McGuire transcript we acquired. There's some very peculiar inconsistencies that will blow your mind on the police raid on Jeffrey Epstein's mansion in New York. And Kelly McGuire was the agent who actually went and docketed all the evidence and collected it. And they sawed into, with a diamond blade saw, into Jeffrey Epstein's safe, which had hard drives and CD binders. Well, they couldn't collect all that because they didn't have a warrant for what was in the safe, so they left them there. Also, they went into the closets and found totes of hard drives as well, and binders of CDs. The hard drives of their computers were missing, so Jeffrey Epstein was definitely tipped off that the FBI was coming. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe she gets off. And then she gets charged with perjury. She spends maybe 6 months to a couple of years in jail or probation. That, I think, is the most likely aspect. But keep in mind, I'm not a juror. I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. But I have talked to lawyers, and they feel very similar to how I do. And as a person who sat through 3 weeks of the Kyle Rittenhouse trial and predicted what was going to happen and was accurate, that would be my guess. Is it's a 50-50. I can't give it one way or another, but I'm slightly leaning towards the fact that she could be acquitted out of all these charges. But maybe some of these individuals have heard of Ghislaine Maxwell, have heard of Jeffrey Epstein, and if they have, which I think it's hard to be anywhere in the world and not hear of them, even though I know there are people that haven't, I think it might be very hard, and it might be a hung jury, or she might even get indicted. If she gets indicted, it will send a message to quite a few individuals, and I'd be surprised that she lives long in jail.